Welcome back to System Fail. Today we dissect the Banqiao Dam failure. August 1975, Henan Province, China. The Banqiao Dam was built to withstand a once-in-a-thousand-years flood, but the sky is about to deliver the impossible. Typhoon Nina arrives. In 24 hours, it drops a full year's worth of rain. The system is already at its limit, and the storm is just beginning. Inside the control room, the numbers don't make sense. The inflow is double the dam's maximum discharge capacity. The pressure isn't just rising, it's accelerating. A request to open the floodgates is sent to the central government. But because of the storm, the telegraph lines are down. The command to save the dam never arrives. The sluice gates are partially blocked by silt and debris. Even if they had the order to open them, the gates are jammed. The dam is no longer a tool, it's a ticking bomb. The Banqiao is an earth-filled dam. Once water reaches the crest, it doesn't just flow over, it melts the structure from the inside out. August 8th, 1 a.m. The crest is overtopped. The first crack appears. The structural integrity of the iron dam has vanished. The breach is instantaneous. 600 million cubic meters of water are unleashed at once. A wall of water 10 meters high and 10 kilometers wide begins its descent. This is the Dragon, a wave moving at 50 kilometers per hour. It isn't just water, it's a battering ram of mud, houses, trees, and anything else it wiped out on its path of destruction. Banqiao was the head of the Dragon. As it fell, it triggered a domino effect. Downstream, 61 other dams are about to be hit by a wave they were never designed to face. The Shimantan Dam is the first to go. It doesn't just fail, it is erased. The wave grows larger with every dam it consumes. Entire cities are wiped off the map before a single alarm can be raised. In the darkness, there is nowhere to run or hide. The force of the water is equivalent to a tactical nuclear strike. Steel rails are twisted like wire, bridges are snapped like toothpicks. For days, the outside world knows nothing. The communication blackout is total. The system has failed, and now it is hiding. By morning, 12,000 square kilometers of Henan are gone. An inland sea has formed where millions of people once lived. The survivors are trapped on islands of rooftops and trees, but the danger isn't over. The water is stagnant, and the heat is rising. Contamination and disease follow the flood. With no clean water and no medicine, the death toll begins to climb far beyond the initial drowning figures.
Please, doctor, he's barely breathing. Help him!
Rescue is slow. The sheer scale of the disaster has paralyzed the military response. Food drops are the only lifeline for millions. The disaster is immediately classified. No news, no photos, no international aid. The system chooses to protect itself over the victims. Engineers later calculated the force. The wave had the energy of a 1,000-year storm concentrated into a single hour of impact. It took 11 years to rebuild. The new Banqiao is a fortress of concrete, designed to discharge water at rates the old engineers couldn't imagine. Today, the valley is wired. Real-time satellite data and ground sensors ensure that a Nina event can never happen in silence again. The official death toll was listed at 26,000. Independent estimates place it closer to 240,000. We may never know the true cost of the Dragon's breach. Nature provided the spark, but human error built the tinderbox. To this day, Banqiao remains one of the ultimate warnings of how the weather can destroy any system, solid or not. No force on Earth can withstand what Mother Nature has to offer. The water eventually receded, leaving behind a desert of mud. The geography of the region was permanently altered for decades to come. The survivors had nothing left but to start from scratch. The design flaw was simple. The spillways were too small. A 1,000-year flood requires a 10,000-year escape route. Post-disaster analysis showed the concrete was honeycombed, which showed the structure was weakened by air pockets. The dam was doomed before the first raindrop fell. It was more a matter of when what fail, and not if. The system now prioritizes redundancy. If the lines go down, the sensors take over. If the sensors fail, the physics of the spillway remains the final, unyielding line of defense. The Ru River flows today in a state of deceptive calm, its surface a perfect mirror, reflecting the massive, modern concrete monolith that stands where the Earth once melted away. It serves as a silent, perpetual reminder that under the right conditions, the very geography we take for granted can be rewritten by a single hour of systemic negligence. The blueprint of the original Banqiao Dam was a masterpiece of mid-century hubris, utilizing an earth-filled design that was never intended to handle the hydraulic pressure of a trapped inland sea. When we look at the cross-sections of the failure today, we see not just a broken wall, but a broken philosophy of disaster preparedness that prioritized speed of construction over the laws of physics. Beneath the modern spillways, deep within the primary inspection galleries, technicians now monitor a global network of seismic and hydrological sensors that transmit data every millisecond to central command. This invisible web of data acts as the ultimate failsafe, ensuring that the Dragon can never again move through the darkness without the world watching its every step. Maintenance is more than just a schedule of repairs. It is a sacred contract between a civilization and the environment it seeks to manage. When that contract is broken by silence, censorship, or simple laziness, the cost is always measured in human lives and the permanent scars left upon the ancestral landscape. We are currently living in an era of aging infrastructure, where many of the world's largest dams and bridges are approaching their intended end-of-life cycle. The story of Banqiao serves as the definitive case study for why we cannot afford to wait for the next once-in-a-thousand-years storm before we begin the work of radical reinforcement. As the final light of day fades over the Henan Valley, the shadows of the past remain etched into the concrete and stone of the reconstruction. It is a landscape defined by what is no longer there. The villages, the families, and the decades of history that were washed away in a single, violent night of systemic collapse. The system did not just fail at the dam, it failed
I
in
told you
the
the specifications for the Banqiao Dam were
were insufficient. Chose silence over alarm.
Now look what happened.
Because in the world of high-stakes engineering, silence is not golden. Silence is fatal. The story of the Banqiao isn't just a record of a dam that broke. It is a permanent warning that whenever a system is built to be too big to fail, it is usually the people on the ground who pay the price. Keep the sensors clear. Keep the lines open. The Dragon is always watching. Thanks for watching System Fail. Please like and subscribe to my channel. If you're still here, what system fail would like to see next? Drop a comment down below. See you on the next one.